Hi guys, so it's been a while since I've posted on my channel, so I thought that there's no better way than to do a tier list to start up on 2025, one of my first videos, my second video of 25, I think, actually. We're doing a best Star Wars movie tier list. We have all the Star Wars movies here. And I'm probably going to do a Star Wars shows next. So, like and comment if you want to see that. And let's get into the video. So, first up, we have Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3. This is a good A tier. I like how it was put together. And the duels were amazing, except for the Palpatine duel where they go to confront Darth Sidious. It makes me mad how easily those Jedi Masters were taken down. And also, it wasn't really the best put together. There are some parts I definitely change. And yep, so it gets solid A. Next up, we have the Clone Wars, which I've watched like once. It was pretty good for an animated. I'll give it B. I love all the characters in it, and it's pretty well put together, but I think for being animated, they could have done much better, and I don't think that if you were going for a movie, that's exactly what I'd make it about during the Clone Wars. So yeah. Next up, we have Rogue One, another A tier. This is pretty obvious. It's the best Star Wars movie Disney's made. I love how they set it up so it won't affect the original trilogy, it won't affect the prequels, and it just explains everything very well, so I'm thankful for that. And it's very well put together, and I think the actors are good. So yeah, it's overall a very good movie. Oh gosh. The Last Jedi. And The Force Awakens. Okay, so The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens. I'll give you both an explanation for them. I'm stuck between C and F for The Force Awakens. It's the best of the... I'll give it C. It's the best of the sequels. But it's very badly put together, and most of it doesn't make sense. Rey goes from being someone who doesn't even know about the Force to being someone who can control it and do Jedi mind tricks, which makes no sense. It's not well put together. She has no training, and I can say the same with The Last Jedi. And Luke goes from being someone who cares and believes there's still good in people, even no matter how evil they are, to having a bad dream and wanting to kill his nephew. Next up, we have Solo, A Star Wars Story. I'm putting that in C, right above The Force Awakens. It's pretty good, but pretty bad also. It's very bad. It makes Chewie's life debt seems meaningless and stupid. And it's not the best put together, I'm going to be honest. It doesn't give us as much recognition to who the characters are. I think so, at least. And for the first S tier, we have Star Wars Episode 5. Everyone loves it. I've never met someone who has not liked Episode 5. It's so perfectly put together, so perfectly in tune, and it's amazing for coming out in, I think, late 70s or early 80s. Oh gosh. And next up we have Attack of the Clones, Episode 2. I don't need very much explaining for this. Anakin has Elrez, and it makes no sense how he was able to pull a girl. I don't like sand is a horrible Riz line. So is staring at her creepily. And when he slaughters a bunch of Tusken Raiders, for some reason she likes that. So, yep. Pretty self-explanatory. Poorly put together. It's hard to watch. Really hard to watch. Next up we have Star Wars Episode 6, in my opinion, the best movie. It's amazingly put together. There's very few flaws in it. All the actors seem to really care about the franchise. It's an emotional roller coaster. It has you thinking this 1 minute and then another thing the next minute. And it shows how far Luke has gone and how hard he's trained compared to other characters, Rey. And how hard he's worked to reach his goal. And how he doesn't, unlike in the sequels, he doesn't give up on people, no matter how bad they seem. Episode 1's next. It's an underrated movie, honestly. It's really good, I think. I love how it has Qui-Gon Jinn, and it explains how they find Anakin. And I love seeing Obi-Wan as a Padawan. However, it's very hard to recognize how to put the connection together. 1 minute he's hot-headed, but eventually he does grow to be wise, and I think that's very well put together. And now we have Episode 4, A New Hope. It is better than The Phantom Menace and The Clone Wars. Honestly, I want to put the Phantom Menace before The Clone Wars. Episode 4 is so amazingly made. It has great CGI for being such a low budget, made in the late 70s. 1977, I believe. It's amazingly done. It has great actors. It's well put together. It explains the story well. And it started something that would go on for a lifetime. Until they ruin it. With episode 7, 8, and finally 9. It makes no sense. I hate how the lightsabers in the sequels are baseball bats. All the deaths seem meaningless. And it ruins all the characters we know and love. And the fact that C-3PO has to take one more look at his friends even though he's barely known them. He should have been saying, I'm taking one last look at my memory of my friends. Han Solo, Chewbacca, Leia, and Luke. Not you guys. I'm turning my eyes off while I look at you guys. It's hard to look at. And then the red arm. And then somehow Palpatine returned. Somehow, no one knows. And it's just, I don't know why Disney has such a wide range of money and creativity. If they would have done something like Rogue One, they could have made the sequel so much better. And they probably could have put them up in B and A tier. But no, they had to give us that. People who can't even swing a lightsaber. And then somehow a girl is able to beat someone. A random girl who has never touched a lightsaber in her life is able to beat a fully experienced, used to be Jedi. And somehow she can use a Jedi mind trick even though minutes ago she didn't believe in the Force. Thank you guys for watching. My final rankings are in S, Episode 6 and Episode 5, in A, Episode 3 and Rogue One, in B, Episode 4, Episode 1, The Clone Wars, in C, Episode 2, Solo, and Episode 7, and in F, Episode 8 and Episode 9. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe for more videos. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.